Let's not even point no fingers here. I'm in the victim phase too. Listen to me when I tell you, for real. Get yourself right. Grow in your life and stop blaming the world for every little problem that you have, because the world don't owe nobody nothing. And to even think that you are owed something by this world, the devil's playground, you foolish. It's foolish. You not owed nothing. If it can't be earned, it's not deserved. Man, what's good, man? I'm at y'all with another episode of the Jungle Podcast. I got some real good, interesting stuff for y'all to hear today, man. And I just want to kind of give y'all a little kind of like a second part to the last episode, The Storm. I got a lot of good feedback on that episode, but I really didn't kill it how I wanted to, but it was what y'all needed. Some people enjoyed it. Some people told me it really impacted them. So, I just want to kind of elaborate a little bit more on that, man. But first thing I want to do, I just want to send my condolences, from my heart to, the people that are affected by what happened in Colorado and what happened in Atlanta. I just want to let y'all know that my heart and my prayers are going out to y'all. That being said, man, I just want to tell y'all to hear it from me first, man. Make it home to your people, bro. Make it home to your people, because it's rough out here. It's like we really dealing with some things nowadays since 2020 started, as really testing people, and make sure you tell your people you love them. Make sure you tell your people how you feel about them. Make sure you telling them that you care about them, because you never know when it's going to be that last interaction, man. You never know if it's going to be that last argument. You never know if it's going to be that last laughter y'all have. You never know. So with that being said, man, just make sure you really keeping your relationships fresh, man. You really keeping your relationships with love and with everything that comes with that, man. So now that that's out the way, I want to talk to y'all about something, man. This is the Jungle Podcast. Y'all know what this is. I'm your host, Jaron Woodard. I'm going to be talking to y'all today, man. But first thing, I want to let y'all know that the Jungle Podcast, we always keeping it 100. We the most versatile mental health podcast in the game right now. And I believe that. And that's what I'm going to stand on. I'm going to die on that hill. For real. And we not all smiles and making like our problems are just one answer problems, because they not. Mental health, you gotta branch out with everything, man. It's so many different factors that can affect mental health. You really have to cover that. I want to let y'all know that you're not gonna see me on here just smiling and acting like everything is okay. Everything is one answer, because when I speak, you're gonna feel my pain. You're gonna know that I'm going through exactly what you're going through, maybe more, maybe less, but understand that we all going through mental health in some form or fashion. We all struggling with that. And we're going to go through it together. We're going to get through it together, because this the devil's playground, for real. Like, it's just what it is. It's the devil's playground. It's God's universe. We all know that, but it's the devil's playground. And the more you play in it, the further away you're going to grow from where you're supposed to be. Because all in all, life is cutthroat, man. Life has been cutthroat lately. I'm going to just say it just like that. Life has been cutthroat, and it has a strange kind of like a little funny way of testing you, and it brings out our main emotions in us, just pain and joy. It just back and forth, and it's hard to balance that sometimes, man. But all in all, with that being said, that brings wisdom. Like, straight up, you going through things in life. I mentioned that in the last episode. It's bringing wisdom to you. And it brings out the ability to help others, because the only way you gonna know how to deal with something regarding mental health, you got to go through it. A lot of people have, degrees in psychology this and therapy that, but at the end of the day, man, I'm not gonna relate to you if you don't feel what I'm going through. I'm not gonna expect you to understand mental health problems, my mental health problems, if you not understanding exactly what I've been through, or have been through something in that form or fashion. And that's why really therapy doesn't work for a lot of people. Therapy works for a lot of people, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. Why? Because people have to have that hands-on feeling. It's just like school. Everybody's not accustomed to learning the same. There are different styles of learning. There are different styles of getting help through mental therapy. And the Jungle Podcast is giving that style to let you know that I go through the same things. I go through depression. I go through anxiety. I go through all these different forms of depression where you sleep all day, where you just want to smoke, you just want to drink, you just want to do something to kind of ease that pain. Even going to the gym, lately for me, that's kind of been a little therapy, but you got to switch it up, man. And taking your knowledge and your lessons and applying it to your life, it can't happen when you think of everything as destroying you. When you letting every little problem get to you like that. So today I want to talk to y'all a little bit about resilience. I know that was kind of a little long intro, but I just wanted y'all to know where I stand. I just wanted y'all to know where this podcast stands and where it's going to be in the next 5-10 years. So with that being said, man, resilience, man, that's what we're talking about today. And resilience is the capacity to recover. I don't want to necessarily say quickly, because that's the dictionary definition of it. To recover quickly. Sometimes you can't recover quick, man. You need a week, a month, a few months to get over something that you really feeling, that really struck your soul or your heart. It takes time to get over certain stuff. So I don't really say resilience has a time frame. It's just about you eventually getting over it. You know what I'm saying? That's all resiliency is about. And the hardest part about being resilient to me is the awareness and the grasp that you have to have over your life that kind of reminds you that something is coming. And it's kind of a negative, pessimistic way of thinking, but the most resilient people, they always on defense. The best defensive players, the best defensive fighters, they're known for defense, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. So with me and my resilience, a lot of people say, man, I'm so mentally strong, or I feel like a lot of people think of me as being mentally strong. And I would say it's just that I just feel like I be always on defense, man. And that itself is so draining. It's so draining to always be worried about what's coming next, because I'm a methodical person. I like to plan every single thing out I do. So me trying to prepare for storms, or me trying to prepare for rain that I know is going to come, rather than just, just taking it what it is and enjoying life itself, it's hard, man. It's draining. And I can sit here and preach to you all day about what you need to do and motivate you and do that, but that part of at least attempting to be resilient is decapitating, man. And I struggle with that. So I just want y'all to know that. And I can sit here and tell you that I see so many people using that as an excuse, including me, to play the victim and not even attempting to get better, and not even attempting to win. But that's what stings me about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because here's the thing: dudes will sit there and play, and this is just an example for the fellas, man. Dudes will sit here and play 50 games of Warzone, bruh. Dudes will really sit here and play 50 games of Warzone and not win not one. Go to your Warzone hours. For real. See how many games you won versus how many you played. But like you can just restart it just like that. 2K. You done spun the block over and over and over and over again just to lose to the same team. But when it comes to your mental health and accomplishing goals that you want to that you need to get better, you shy away. You want to sleep, you want to drink, you want to smoke. And don't get me wrong, man. You cope how you cope, and I love the plant. I love to smoke. Like, let's just get that out the way. But you need to understand that when you wake up, them problems are still going to be there. When you sober up and you come down off of that high, them problems are still going to be there. And your problems, they are not too big to attack them. Flat out. Your problem is not too big to be attacked. You underestimating yourself, because this is the jungle. If you don't attack your problems, they will hunt you down. Period. That's what the jungle is about. And the thing is in life, everybody has problems, which is why that victim role really doesn't work for us. That victim role really doesn't work for you how you think it works for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's people that in life that I know that I wouldn't walk to the mailbox in their shoes. So don't come to me with excuses as to why you can't get help for yourself or to why your problems are different from the next person, from your peer, from your neighbor, from whoever else in your life. They having problems just like you. So don't use that as an excuse, that victim role, to not want to change your behavior or your actions or getting help for the better, because I've watched people struggle with mental poverty. If you don't know what mental poverty is, it's think of it like you one bad situation, you one bad argument, you one bad heartbreak or loss away from losing your mind. And I've seen that so many times to where people just reach their breaking point. And that was the last thing they did, was reach that breaking point, and it was over for them. So now we're in a generation to where, you know, problems are vented through social media, which is kind of like an outlet. I understand. I've been on social media. When the Mavericks lose, I go straight to Twitter. That's venting to social media. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But when it's about your life, man, when it's about your actual life, your mental health, when it's not about a game, when it's not about a sport, when it's not about music, when it's not about whatever the case may be, man, when it's about your actual life and you take into social media instead of directing that energy to bettering yourself, to being the best version of yourself mentally, you wasting your time. Period. Because that's a black hole. Social media is mistaken a lot of times for a gateway to people's problems, but it's a black hole for real. Because when people posting things to make people better, to better us, all of a sudden they lame or they pick me or they corny. And first of all, man, shout out to the people that's posting positivity for real. Shout out to the people that's kicking game. Shout out to the people that's on these platforms making people better, man. And I'm going to be here to tell you to keep doing it. Because if you like me, you really posting for yourself. You really posting as like a little manifestation tool. You know, manifesting positivity don't make you corny. And I say all that to say, like, you have to get these people out of this victim phase. If you in that victim phase, I'm in the victim phase. Let's not even point no fingers here. I'm in the victim phase too. Listen to me when I tell you, for real. Get yourself right. Grow in your life and stop blaming the world for every little problem that you have, because the world don't owe nobody nothing. And to even think that you are owed something by this world, the devil's playground, you foolish. It's foolish. You're not owed nothing. If it can't be earned, it's not deserved. Period. That's something to live by. If you can't earn something, why are you even expecting to deserve that? If you haven't earned your mental health, you're not owed that. You're not owed good mental health. That's something that you have to strive for, which is why God gave us the ability to choose whether we want to be mentally stable or where we don't want to be. Because it's a lot of people out there. We all know a lot of people. They think they mentally stable, but they really not. They really, they really going through something. And instead of feeling sorry for yourself, feel sorry for the people that man, God rest their soul, man. Feel sorry for the people that gave up too early. Feel sorry for the people that ain't here and the things and the potential that they left behind. Feel sorry for those people. Feel sorry that kids have to grow up without parents due to mental health problems, due to suicide, due to anything, man, making bad decisions because they weren't there mentally, man. A lot of people are in jail. A lot of people are in prison because they lost it. They were going through some things and somebody said something, somebody triggered them and they just lost it. And a lot of people don't see another light of day because of that moment. And I'm not just here for people that are thinking about suicide. I'm here for people that think that Something is their last resort and they end up with their freedom taken away from them. I'm here for y'all too as well, because I know people like that too. It's the difference between being a victim by choice and being a victim based on something that was dealt to you that you have to deal with. Just life, just here, hold this real quick. Those people are victims. And even so, if that's the case for you, and you have some trauma and some grief that left you feeling victimized, realize that yes, realize this, yes, you are on the food chain. Plain and simple. In the jungle, you in the food chain. But that don't mean you gotta be food. Get your life right and devour the fruit of a normal mindset that you had to work hard for. It's nothing wrong with working hard for peace. It's nothing wrong with working hard for mental stability. And when you work hard for that mindset and you gain that mindset from hard work, you have then built resilience. Period. And that's another episode of the Jungle Podcast, the most versatile mental health podcast in the game. And I'm Jaron Woodard, and realistically, I'm still building resilience. So don't give up your fight. Don't give up because the storm is getting too hard for you. Continue to build that resilience each and every day. Stop running from your problems. Get out the bed, put the bottle down, put the blunt down, put 2K down, and really find yourself and really understand the person that you are, so you're not triggered into believing that I have to do this or I'm gonna snap if this doesn't happen. Put everything down and really find yourself. That's all I got.